Next up, BYU trying to add to its college football playoff resume. They are a 3.5-point favorite as they head to Eugene to face Oregon. Let's go, Pete, Bill, Reese.
Well, as our listeners know, this is really a BYU football podcast masquerading around national college football. Investors in this game should probably watch closely to see if there's any injury updates closer to kickoff. Puka Nacua has an ankle, and Gunnar Romney has yet to play this year. Those are the two best receivers for BYU. So those are just things to watch if you are going to invest in the game. I think that's something certainly to watch. I feel like that BYU is going to go win this game. I just don't feel like they're going to be physically overwhelmed at all by Oregon. And I just have a hard time, putting my faith in Bo Nix when it comes down to it. Some of this comes down to the feel we talked about when we did our week 0 pick pod, which is just like, I would rather just not take UConn than be miserable saying, why did I take UConn? Even though there's some logic to that. And I think Bo Nix has sort of earned that scrutiny. To just sort of say, you know what, maybe we'll just ride the team that's going to be consistent, the team that's going to be dominant at the point of attack, and the team that has the much, much, much better quarterback.
I'm struggling with this one because, what we saw from BYU last week, beating a really good Baylor team without your top two receivers, matching physicality with a really physical team. Neither team could run the ball that well. Both teams had to, it was just a couple big plays here and there that ended up making a difference. That was a humongous test pass for BYU. And now they have kind of a different test. I think Oregon's probably faster than them, but they're probably the more physical team, or they've been the more successfully physical team so far. So that's going to be really interesting. I don't know. Oregon makes no big plays whatsoever, but they were super, super efficient. Like, their stats make them look like a service academy team right now. They never go 3 and out. They're very high in my success rate measures, and and like almost dead last in explosiveness. So that makes this as a really kind of a weird experience right now. But I guess I'm just going to lean on home field. I do think that BYU clearly has a better quarterback situation, but Bo Nix has been just effective at not scrambling too much, not trying to go too crazy, and just getting the ball out of his hands. If he keeps that up, I think they're in pretty good shape. I'll take Oregon.
I will say that I think that Bo needs to be Bo. When he's at his, and I hate that phrase because who else is he going to be? Is he going to be Tom or Joe or Fred? But by that, I mean, if he can ever figure out when to take off and go on those whirling dervish, daring plays and not try to do it when he doesn't need to, his athleticism is much, much higher in terms of being able to run and be really effective moving the chains on third down, scrambling out of trouble. I mean, that ought to be a weapon for him. There's a gut feeling in me, and I know I said I was going to go with gut feelings that Oregon's going to show up, but I'm going to go with BYU on the same philosophy that I have with Miami. They're stronger in the quarterback situation. They're more stable. Miami's not more stable, but BYU's more stable than Oregon because it's a new regime. I think Dan Lanning will get there, but at this moment, Kalani Sitake's program is embedded in the minds and the hearts and the souls of those players. I think BYU goes in and wins a game, a tight game that Oregon plays really well, but BYU will win by just enough. I'd say probably a 4-point BYU win.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.